That's so JD. What is going on?
Not much. What's going on with you, man?
I am beautiful. Life is good. I have plenty of. I feel like I am the light side and you are the dark side. Which
I am the
side do you
girl.
sway to? And I want to introduce people who are tuning in for the first time. William, thank you so much for tuning in, and Pierce, thank you guys for tuning in. Two of our regulars that we love and appreciate. As you can see, we have a brand new director. Give it up for Mezzo.
I
Sorry,
can't.
we need a little like that laugh track thing, or the applaud track. Ezra has moved on. He is working full time with a different company, but we are lucky enough to acquire this fabulous director. She has a ton of experience, not only at her local church doing their casting, but she actually has experience doing New Rockstars Discord channel. So I'm feeling kind of, we're like one step away from the Rockstars.
Nice to meet all of you. Thank you, Pierce, for the welcome. Bat Mike, Aaron, Rising Slayer, Pierce. Pierce said hello to William. Thank you so much. And filming at the Mouth Puppets. Hello. Thank you so much.
Sorry, I'm an old man now. I got to put on my old man glasses.
So I got my old lady contacts in.
So how has your week been? What's up with you?
Oh man, suddenly joining the team was really exciting. And so it's been a fun week of figuring out some things and whatnot.
What do you mean week? You've had like 2 days. Or like
I know.
Really, we started grinding it about 2 o'clock this afternoon.
I know. Yeah, I've been and I'm also preparing for a possible job of doing some digital art for like a book that's being published. So that's kind of cool.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I'm waiting to hear back on all that and the finality of it and whatnot.
Is that like somebody else's book, or is it like a book of your own work?
Not a book of my own work, but I would be drawing images for each of their chapters.
Wow. Are these hand drawings or computer drawings?
Yeah, digital drawing. Yeah, on a tablet.
Ooh, look at you, all fancy. You got all kinds of skills. Look at you.
Hi, Phoenix. Is it Mercedes? I want to make sure I pronounce that right. So please let me know if I said that wrong.
Was that Mercedes that you were?
Well, there's no S at the end, so I wasn't sure. Hi, Johnny.
Hello,
yeah, I'm really
Johnny.
excited, William, about the book. It's I don't know all the details about what it is yet because they didn't actually tell me that in the interview. So we're just waiting. I gave them like 75% done image to see if they like the style.
Right.
And then once we figure out Mercedes without the S, okay, Mercedes.
Yeah.
So it's once I figure it out, I'll be doing 6 to 10 images depending on the need. And we agree on a fee.
Beautiful.
Mercedes, that sounds fantastic. Man.
When do you expect to have that out?
I don't know the published date because they actually don't have a published date specifically yet. They're still doing like their deadlines for chapters, and then they have to get images.
Wow.
So, when I do know, I'll tell you.
We will be waiting for that. Mercedes, how have you been? Mercedes, okay, Mercedes is a singer, a fabulous singer and a gamer. And she's out on the East Coast. She is one of our rotating Wu-Tang hosts for Friday night. So sometimes she comes in and steps in with the boys and,
Mercedes, you and I might have to get together because I sing a little bit too.
Oh, see?
Collab.
Everything's coming together.
Today to the cave. Thank you, Saber Paul, for being here.
So this week we have exciting things. We are getting closer and closer to May 4th.
Very exciting.
Woohoo! And then of course Obi-Wan is coming out very soon. Everybody is excited for that. That's going to be May 27th, I believe.
Yes. And then also some cool news that we found out today is that the first season of The Mandalorian will actually be in a manga format soon.
A slave to the cave. Saber, yeah. We had somebody nicknamed us once, and it was supposed to be a derogatory term, but we kind of adopted it. We call our we are known as the cavemen. we are Neanderthals. Oh no, he called us cave dwellers. That's what it was.
Okay, that's a little bit more gender.
Right. See, that's more that includes everybody.
I'm like, I feel like when I hear cavemen, I'm like, am I the woman cooking inside the cave?
Hunters and gatherers. So please make sure to check out. Oh, we are giving away a Saber tonight. I don't know. We haven't quite figured out how we're going to do that. I think Mezzo's gonna try to pull something up so we can give away.
Yes.
I think we should just get it one and done. I don't want to wait. I just whoever's watching tonight will get a chance. I think at this. What do you think, Mezzo?
Yeah, that's good. Oh gosh, look at that thing. It's so pretty.
And it's ribbed for her pleasure.
I was not expecting that. It's a friendly version of Tiber.
I didn't say anything bad. So this is available on our website. This is the Saber that we're giving away tonight. So everybody who has made a comment here in the comment box, everybody is going to get an entry into the drawing tonight. Mezzo, I don't know if this is going to be too crazy, but the way we used to do it is we're trying to encourage people to subscribe to our YouTube and our Twitch. So what we used to do is you get one entry simply for making a comment. But if you're doing it from Twitch or YouTube, you get an extra entry, which means you can have up to 3 entries in a show. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
It just makes your life complicated because you gotta. But you can see some of these people are in. Hey, Darth MacGyver is in the house. Darth MacGyver is Aaron Brown.
Welcome, it's very nice to meet you all that just came in.
Yeah, you're going to get to know all of these clowns soon. Very soon, all of these names are going to be like, oh, I know you.
Familiar.
Say Wong, thank you for joining in. I can't even keep up with all the comments in here. So we are giving away a Saber tonight. Everyone who has made any comment at all. Caitlin, thank you for joining us. It is going wonderfully. You, Caitlin, have a shot at this Saber tonight. If you also make a comment from your YouTube, you get an extra shot. And if you make a comment from your Twitch, you get another shot at this Saber. And we're giving it away tonight. We're not even going to make you wait.
That's why Mercedes like, hang on, I'm going over to YouTube so I can make my comment from there.
Hey, yeah, see? You are a professional in all of these. I'm really excited about Twitch because I know nothing about Twitch.
Twitch, I streamed on for a little over 2 years or so. It was on my own. There was never really the podcast setting like we have here. It was mostly gaming, sometimes singing. I had to stop the singing because of Twitch's DMCA copyright laws.
Oh, wow.
I would just take and Mercedes, you might find it kind of silly. I used to take requests.
Right.
And I sing opera. Is my main. So I sang SpongeBob SquarePants in opera.
Operatically?
Yeah, it was like, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? It was like that. It was just crazy. And I note at the end. It was just crazy. It was silly and I got really lightheaded.
All right. I'm telling you, everybody, when we hit 500 subscribers, we're going to get Mezzo to sing the SpongeBob operatic version.
Or I could go like, boom, 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 ba-da-da-da-da.
We're gonna get some singing out of you, lady. All right, man. I can't even keep up with. So typically, the director is like hitting all of these comments, but I can't even keep up with them. So we do have a fantastic show for you tonight. I'm very, very about all of the guests. I'm very excited that we were still able to put the show together for tonight because I was a little bit worried that things were gonna not work out. But they have distance nerding in the house. By the way, I am wearing my distance nerding shirt right now.
I'm wearing my new Kyber Cave one.
Oh, we are both very sexy people. That's such a good look. See, that's why you need the appropriate lighting. They just got my troll bug to look at.
Hair in a good lighting.
So we have, as always, a fantastic flow for the show for you. I am very excited about tonight. Tonight is a new person that we have not had on, brought to you always by the same fantastic producer, Mr. James Kaiser, aka Darth Cephalus. Remember that cephalus, like a cephalopod. Anyways, he is the wonderful producer who brings us a great flow artist every single week. And are we ready for that video?
Yeah, so our flow artist for this week is Light Queen B. She is fantastic and it's very mesmerizing to watch. So take a look.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, Say Wong made a comment that this seemed the flow seems different from previous versions. Yes, we try to bring you something different. I shouldn't say we, like I actually have anything to do with it. James Kaiser, our fabulous producer, tries to bring you a variety every week. If you tuned in, I think 2 weeks ago, we had one of our flow artists was from like Amsterdam, and he was snowboarding while flowing and set his hat on fire. Where else are you going to get that but Saber Rattle? And then when we had Mary Gibbs on, Mary Gibb did the fire dart flow. So that was one that actually blew my mind as well. If you have not gotten a chance to see those, you can always go back and watch our old episodes. What do you think about that, Mezzo? Are you a flow fan?
That was, like I said, but it's so mesmerizing to watch.
Right.
Like, you just can't help you be like, ooh, goodness gracious. And the way that the light, like the motion blur smears when she's spinning around and stuff, it's really, really neat.
Right. She kind of looked like an octopus in some of those, like the dark shots with the things around her arms. Very cool.
Thank you, Belle. and then you love welcomes, and so I'm like, and then hello to Stephen and Mick. Yes. Hello.
Yeah, we have a ton of. I want to, man. I wish usually like I have enough time to say hello to every Jawa's Junkyard. Holy crap! Sorry, Jawa's Junkyard is fantastic. We've got a lot of new people here that I don't recognize, so I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Who has? Make sure to check us out on YouTube and Twitch. We're actually only like 34 people away from another free Saber. So
yeah, it's pretty awesome.
If we
don't forget, take a look in the description, and we have all of the links over to our sites.
Thank you so much. And if we get another 34, we will be at 500, which means every 50 Sabers we give every 50 subscribers we give away Saber. But then we also get that operatic SpongeBob song from you. I'm putting you on the spot your very first night.
Well, I'll deal with it.
This is a baptism by fire, girl.
I thought I was just jumping into the deep end of the pool, not jumping into the fire, but
it's all the same around here.
Thank you, Phoenix. No worries. Thank you for the lurking.
Yeah, all right. So let's see, where are we at? We're right at about the 15-minute point. So you know what? We're like right on time for everything. It is not often that I'm on time. Although the show did start 15 minutes later, so I guess, they gave more people time to get their popcorn, go to the bathroom. She's like, I don't own it.
Yeah.
All right, so while I'm doing this interview, make sure to click on these comments so people, as we scroll through. So
they will pop up.
Right, and you're all on cameras. This is all you.
All right, guys, yeah, bear with me for anything that goes a little bit wrong because I just jumped in.
It's her very first night. So remember, if this show sucks, it's all her fault.
Wow, Van.
No, Metro, I want to thank you.
After setting me on fire.
You don't get no breaks around here.
All right.
I want to thank you. I am very excited to have you on the team. I'm very excited about some of the things that you are going to be bringing to the show. And some of the ideas already that you have talked about. I know. I saw Mercedes jumped in on her Twitch account and her Facebook. So sounds like Mercedes is trying to win herself a lightsaber tonight.
So while you're in the interview, I'm going to be trying to figure out how to do a giveaway because I don't know how. It's been a while. It's been like.
I know there's an app there's a spin the wheel app thing that you can get.
Yeah, I got a one wheel app that I found, but I haven't been able to figure out how to get people's names from the comments into there. That's the only thing I haven't figured out. So I'm going to be doing
it's a 40-minute interview. Figure it out.
I'm going to be working on it. So I'm going to play Russell's preview video, and then you guys will be tuning in.
Woohoo! Wait, let me give Russell. Oh,
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. I want to. For those of that do not know, we have a fantastic guest tonight. I am very excited about this person. Very often, installers go without people really knowing about the work that they do, but they are what make your Saber a Saber. Without the installers and all of their knowledge on how to put things together, if you've seen some of these custom chassis, they are absolutely amazing. And this installer is somebody who is brand new to our show. I was asked by a couple of different people if we could look him up and see if we could get him on the show. And he's here. He actually said yes. So I am very, very excited. I want to welcome Mr. Russell Mitchum from Wade Sabers, and here we go. Hello, hello.
Hello.
I
We're gonna have a long talk about that video.
yeah, I was like, just send over a video, and then he sent that over, not knowing what we were going to do with it.
Yeah, no idea. And
Hey,
I
you know
like
what?
yeah.
I would rather see the real person than the video, anyways.
Well, there you go. Although I did clean the shop up in the last hour just so it would look nice.
Hey, I appreciate it.
That's not on the video though. We'll have to do that.
I appreciate it. It's a completely different. Of course, we do the video before we get the shop cleaned up. But I can appreciate the decor you have going on in the background there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, I mean that's all of it right there. That's what it's all about.
All right. Well, Russell, why don't you tell people who may not know anything about Wade Sabers or what exactly you do, what installers do in general? Can you let people know a little bit about yourself?
Well, I mean, in all reality, I'm not an installer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I mean, I started doing installs, and that just kind of fell in my lap, because I started building scratch builds. My first one was a Luke V2, and
Wow.
I wanted to build one for myself, and then when I built it, I was hooked. That was it. I sold that one to finance the next one, and so on and so forth. And so I've mainly been building for the first couple of years, and then I guess word of mouth, people wanted me to start installing them, so I started doing that. I've been doing that more now. I actually haven't built a scratch build this year at all.
Wow.
I
So
haven't had
you
to.
actually are building the hilts of the sabers then. Do you have like machinery there in the shop?
Yeah, lathe, mill, and hand tools, and all sorts.
Wow. And you specialize in a lot of like kind of specialty one-off pieces, don't you?
Yeah, well, like I said, that's what I used to do all the time. I would make a hilt just however I wanted to make it, and then I would put it up on Facebook for sale.
Right.
But then it started kind of building from there, and now I wound up doing a lightsaber run, and just shelves are full. I've got all kinds of stuff.
Right. And how long have you been doing this kind of more on when it went from being kind of a hobby to like, oh, people want me to, want to buy this from me?
Um, the first one that I built for myself was in 2019,
Uh-huh.
so I haven't been doing it that long.
Wow.
And I started a Facebook page in 2020, and then it's kind of grown from there.
So that was during the pandemic that you've made your name for yourself in the last couple of years during the pandemic?
During the pandemic, yeah, yeah.
That's incredible because I do definitely see your name pop up on the different boards, like there's the Vader's Vault board. There's a number of different lightsaber collecting groups. And I've seen your name pop up, for quality work that you do. Where exactly do you live?
I live in Missouri, in Sikeston, Missouri.
Yeah. Wow, I can't imagine there's a huge saber market there.
There is no saber market here, which is fine. I do everything online, so
Right,
yeah.
right. So how did you decide to start getting into this as opposed to, I mean, obviously you're a Star Wars fan. I see the posters on your wall there, but at what point did you decide to, I want to build myself one of these? And did you buy a saber from another company first to see what this was about and then make your own, or you just went into the garage and started going?
Yeah, it was kind of a weird thing. I guess I was kind of in a place where I was looking to do something different, and I've been a machinist for a while now, And actually, the first one I built was on lunches and breaks and stuff at work, and built the. But as far as taking it, from that, it really wasn't a plan or anything. It was just all of a sudden I was addicted, and I mean, just the enjoyment, learning how to install everything. I'd never bought one. That's kind of that could be how I got into it more than anything. I started looking into where I could get one, but I kind of wanted a package. I wanted the hilt, I wanted the blade, I wanted NeoPixel, I wanted everything, and there was nothing like that I could find.
Right.
And of course, I fell into the Ultra Sabers, and then several of the other companies, and I started asking about. Um, I didn't even know the Facebook pages and stuff existed until after I sold some on eBay.
Right.
But um, yeah, it's I wanted to buy one. They seemed really expensive, and so I was figured I'd make my own. And what I always say is, I didn't want to spend $600 on a lightsaber, so I spent $6,000 instead. And I wound up buying all the equipment and stuff to make it, but it was just I enjoyed it so much that I just dove head in.
Right, right, right. And now you can't get out. It's like being jumped into a gang. Once you get in, you can never get out.
Yeah, yeah. I there's no way I can I can't hardly even take any time off as it is right now,
Right.
which don't really bother me that much. Uh, when I my job during the day, uh, that's a job, but when I come to the shop, it's more of a enjoyable experience.
Right. Hey Russ, I don't know if you can see this, but William is online right now. I don't know if you see it at the bottom of your
Oh yeah.
screen there.
Hey there, buddy. That's my son. Yeah.
Wonderful. So what do you have, like a day job that is like where you do soldering or you do metal crafting work? Was this second nature to you, or did you like kind of have to go learn a whole brand new skill?
No, I mean, like I said, I've been a machinist for a while, so building things. Before being a machinist, I worked in maintenance in the industrial industry. I mean, just once was wire, once was mufflers, and then now I'm back to wire again. But as far as working as a machinist, I make things. I make just whatever they need to keep the lines running,
Right.
things of that nature. But I also do fabrication where I'll build something that they need, and it's just every day's different. So I like that as well. So I've actually got two jobs where I'm able to keep my brain occupied.
Right, 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 right. So I know when I was talking to you, I'm just so excited. I have a saber, my own personal saber, coming to you whenever you can get that taken care of. But you were telling me that your schedule and how booked in advance you were. How is it that people do you think that there's something that you do that sets you apart, that your name was able to spread so quickly that you just started getting booked up so far in advance? What do you do, something that's different than other people?
Um, I don't really know. I mean, like I said, when I first started, I would basically just put a piece of steel in the lathe and start turning and see what would come out. And
Right,
some of my best works come out of that. It's um, just on the fly building.
right, right,
Um, but no, I don't. Uh, you could ask some of my customers. I guess they could tell you. They could tell you.
right,
But uh, I don't know that I do that much different than anybody else. It's just. Uh, I'm sorry. I
yeah.
just got a message from somebody. They're saying something. Okay. Saying something about what I'm saying.
Right,
Um, but yeah, no, it's you got me, man. I'm just building and selling, and I don't know. I have a good rapport with all my customers. So
right.
um, I tell them that if they want me to build a lightsaber, I'm going to build it like a lightsaber, like I would want it to be,
Right.
And then if they like it, great. And if they don't, well, I'll put it up on Facebook. That's a lot of it right there, is because I don't really pressure anybody into buying what I make.
Right.
I mean, I've had maybe one person that's kind of backed off of it, but
Right.
almost everybody's always bought the finished product.
Right.
But
And there's
I call it a no stress environment. I'll make it. If you like it, buy it. If not, no big deal.
somebody's gonna buy it.
Somebody will buy it. Yeah,
Right.
that's basically the way it's been.
No saber goes unloved.
Yeah. Now the installs, on the other hand, that's man, I didn't expect that.
Right.
I get people. I mean, I've had 10 hilts sent to me at one time.
Right.
From the same person. I mean,
oh man.
Install these when you get time, and I'm like, okay. I don't know when that will be, but
right. Time. What is that?
of those 10, I've still got 3 over here. So,
right.
But now,
one thing, if I can, that I found very interesting when I talked to you, when I was talking about my own personal install. As you know, the audience may not know, I have a rare lightsaber that is notoriously difficult to install. In fact, I've been turned down by several installers because this particular saber has been known to be such a challenge. And I remember telling you, and you're like, "Oh man, I'm really booked. I'm not going to be able to do anything till at least October, November." And then you got offline, and then you had said that you messaged some of your friends or something, and they were telling you how difficult it was. And then you messaged me back. You're like, "All right, I want the challenge, man."
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like something. I don't know. The fact that I have a lathe really does help, because
Right.
I'll be able, if it's something that I need to modify or something like that, then I can stick it in there and do whatever modifications need to be done to make it work.
Right.
But yeah, I do like a challenge, and I've actually failed on a couple that I just couldn't make it. I could tell you what they were, but right after getting off of here, I'll be able to tell you what they are. But right now, I can't think of them at the moment. So
right, that's exactly how it works.
That is, yeah.
but you're typically up for a challenge.
Yeah. I did a Grandmaster chassis recently. That wasn't a I'm going to build something challenge. It was basically I'm going to put something together challenge. And it was something that I wanted to do for quite a while, but oh my goodness, I don't know if you know what the Goth 3D Grandmaster chassis look like.
Right.
They are an extreme challenge.
Wow. That is absolutely amazing. So now let me ask you, when you were starting off, you started off doing the hilts primarily, and then did you get into electronics at the same time, or was that like a second thing you then went on to do?
Well, I mean, I worked as an electrician for a while in the maintenance department, but no, really, it was I had to pretty much learn everything from the ground up. I mean, just to build that one Saber, I just started buying everything that I needed,
Right.
looking online, trying to find everybody, what they were using and things of that nature. And that's basically what I did, is just start from scratch. Now, I mean, I'd done soldering and things like that. So that really wasn't that much of a challenge to go to. Now, the very tiny boards, was a challenge, especially with my eyesight the way it is, which is why I have,
like you're doing surgery.
This is a 5 times. The one that's actually lighting me right now is a 10 times.
Right.
If it's a SMD resistor, then I'm going to be, it's a challenge. That's for sure. Somebody is asking to talk about the Master Sentinels.
Right. And how that came about. It's a beautiful hilt.
Thank you. Well, let's see. I had a customer reach out to me Brandon Benjamin, actually, and he wanted me to make the picture that had been floating around the community for quite some time. I don't know if you ever seen it or not, but the guy, which is Steven.art, it's SXEVEN.art, which is an amazing artist. If you've ever seen any of his work, he had been contacted by another guy named Brian O'Connor that wanted him to build this. So Brian had actually put together everything. He had it made out of PVC. So he had this general idea of exactly what he wanted. And then Steven took that and made a drawing. Not only did he make a drawing of the hilt, but he also did a drawing of Brian and his wife. And it was more of it's a painting of them two, like in battle, you know? So it's a really awesome story behind all of that. But basically, I just started reaching out to everybody, asking who had information on it. It took a little while to find Steven, who then put me in contact with Brian. And I just asked Brian if I could build one.
Right.
And he said, yeah, that'd be great. Go ahead and build one, you know? And so when I built it, he was over the moon, and he told me his exact words were, "You should make that the Wade Sabers flagship." And I don't know exactly if that's what's going to happen, but I did make 3 more of them, and in the process talked to Shane Moore of Sith Lord Sabers, and we went in together to make the run of 150 of them.
Oh, wow.
Which was my first run. And I was just excited over the whole process, just learning how these things get made with, you know, as a mass produced. And
right, because you were doing one-offs up until that point, right?
Yeah, well, I did a few small runs that I built everything. I did a run of about 13 hilts. They were all a little bit different, and I'd done a run of one called the Reveal Saber, that I did 7 of those, but nothing, you know, as many as these. But yeah, that was fun. We got with Jordan Foster, who is a 3D designer, and we all worked together for months, you know, trying to work everything out just exactly like we wanted it to be, and then wound up, you know, getting it made.
You don't happen to have anything around you to show us, do you? Oh, what is that? I'm feeling teased here. Ooh.
Here's a Master Sentinel box. This is let's see, you got
oh wow. Yeah, that run was so popular. So did that sell out? Did that run sell out?
No, there's still some left. We got Brian O'Connor, and there's Steven, and then A&A 3D Designs, which is Jordan Foster.
Right.
Then there's Sith Lord Sabers and Wade Sabers.
Woohoo!
And I've got
it's like a movie where you've got like 12 production companies all part of the same project.
It was a big deal to get everybody, you know, kind of recognition, and so this one here.
Oh wow!
This one is my own.
Gorgeous.
This is my own personal. This is actually the prototype. And
oof. Oh my. That core is probably worth more than my car.
That's doubtful. It is actually kind of I want to call it a it's not eco, but it's a lower priced master chassis. It's I think 5 metal parts on it, so it's not as high as some of them.
Oof.
So I do want to say that this, because my time is I'm just so swamped. I sent this out, I had somebody else do the work on it,
Right.
which is you do it yourself, you see everything, you see the imperfections. I didn't really want to do it myself. I wanted to send it out and have others do it. So the etching and
Oh,
stuff
that is
on
just
this
gorgeous.
was done by Joshua Gamble, and he did a just amazing job on this etching.
Now, do you do etching yourself as well? You just didn't have the time to, right?
I do not do etching. That's the one thing that I don't mess with. I've
Mhm.
actually got all the chemicals and stuff. I do vinyl on powder coating and stuff, so I've got everything to do it, and I just haven't learned the process yet. Uh,
Right.
Not saying that I could do as good a job, but I would. It's something I want to do in the future. The powder
Right.
coating on this was done by Red Fox Drummer.
Ooh. Oh yes, Red Fox. Yes, that's another name I definitely recognize. Somebody's saying beautiful piece, drop dead gorgeous.
Oh man, I tell you what, the stuff that he puts out. But yeah, this is actually, I call this my first hilt, and the
Mhm.
only one in my collection currently. Because the V2, I sold that one, and um, so this is it. This is my one hilt.
Woo. So for those of you, I see a bunch of people lighting up on the side talking about how amazing that saber is. You can get your own version of. You can get your own. They're still for sale, correct?
That's right. Yeah. Shane has them on Saber Bay.
Saber Bay.
Yeah, I have a few over here in a box. I haven't really posted them or anything. I haven't been in a big hurry to sell them or anything, but Shane has some right now on Saber Bay ready to go.
All right. So make sure to check out Saber Bay if you were interested. That is called the Master Sentinel, correct?
Master Sentinel. Yep.
That is beautiful. What does it feel like to you? Have you or do you go to cons and such?
No, I never went. I never.
Oh,
Traveling is not the thing I like to do.
because you're in
Yeah.
Missouri, out kind of in the middle of everything, huh?
Yeah. When you get to go to something, it's always a long ways away.
Right, 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 right.
That is, yeah. Traveling is not my cup of tea.
Well, I'm sure that people have sent you photos of themselves at cons or doing cosplays and things like that. I'm sure, right?
Like what, with one of my hilts or
Yeah,
something?
right. On some work that you've done, they want to
I've had,
show off
yeah,
their
yeah.
costume with your saber or whatever.
I have had a few, yeah.
How does that feel to see your work kind of out there in the world?
It feels pretty awesome. Yeah. Uh, Something. I mean, everything that even these, there's personal stuff in here for me. But when I make one from scratch, those are extremely personal,
Right.
And whenever I see them, somebody will post, something about it, or yeah, it's a really good feeling. The When I'm tracking a box that is going to a customer,
Mhm.
and I see that it's delivered, it's like I'm waiting just to see, because I there's always a possibility they're going to be like, I don't like this, which
Right,
is not a
right,
big deal, send it back. But when they really like it, and the excitement, from them, it's I'm kind of feeding off their excitement all the time, because
right.
I love that.
We own a saber shop out here in California, and I often tell people, I've had lots of different jobs in my life, but few jobs are better than being a saber shop owner because nobody leaves unhappy. Everybody's happy to see you, and
Yeah.
everybody. I don't care who you are, but the moment you pick up that saber, especially if it has sound in it, everybody's reduced to being a 7-year-old again.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's, yeah, when you have, especially the older generation, just the Graflex, it's just like, there's nothing like it. When you see it, you're a kid again. It's
Right.
amazing. You was talking about your stuff too. I wanted to show that too. I want to show off
Ooh.
some of your stuff.
Ooh.
uh
Beautiful.
I have not. I got these
I love the
uh
thin necks.
somebody from and TXQ. It is TXQ, right?
Yep,
I
we
get
are
that. I get that
TXQ.
backwards sometimes. I say TQX. Um, but yeah, I got some of these, and I'm looking forward to installing them. I just haven't had the opportunity to do it yet. But I did want to say that they are built really well. I really like them. Now,
Well,
it's also a possibility I'm going to take this and I'm going to strip it down and beat it up and do something crazy to it. Now, I've done that before. I'm not going to promise that I'm not, but
are you talking about weathering?
yeah, well, I've actually had one. I've cut it, just actually cut it out, put a crystal chamber right here. You
Yeah.
know, uh, yeah, just sometimes one of them I did. It was a Luke Hero is actually what it was. I wound up turning it into a come more like a Luke V2, but I actually threw it across the room. I beat it up a little bit. It was therapeutic, and and it was fun, and it wound up turning out really good. In the
Right.
end, I called it the Dark Luke. Uh,
Nice. I like
all
it.
that stuff. I've posted all the hilts and everything that I made on my Facebook page.
Right.
They're all there.
Now, what do you prefer when you're building a saber on your lathe? Do you prefer to make something canon that everybody recognizes and they can say, "Oh, that's a Vader," or "That's a that's a Palpatine," or do you like coming up with your own creation?
I would rather create. I want to build it on the fly because when you're building something that everybody knows, then you've got to go by numbers.
Mhm.
You've got to go measure. It's not fun to do it that way for
Right.
me. I want to just start cutting. Oh, that angle looks cool, you know. And if I mess up on something, well, let's go ahead and just make that work into it. I've
Right. Right.
I've done
Right.
that before. Just mess it up, and it's like, oh, that actually worked out really good.
Right. So you're actually designing it as you're going. You're not sitting down and drawing it out a lot of times ahead of time.
Um, very seldom do I draw it out. Very very seldom do I. I may have an idea of what I want to build.
Right.
I may say that I want like a crystal chamber in it, or I may have ideas what I want it to look like, but a lot of times it's just a piece of aluminum and then start turning and see what comes out of it. It is
Right.
the most enjoyable way of doing it. Now I've had customers that give me drawings, and say I want it like this. Those are really difficult to do because
Mhm.
you're taking basically an image from another person and trying to make it real. So those are difficult. Most most of my customers I've had some awesome customers. I mean, I've met people from all over the world, and it's just been just amazing experience to talk to these people that I would have met otherwise.
Right. Right.
So just if you take the money aspect completely out of it, if I had plenty of money, I think I would still do this, just because I enjoy it so much and
Right.
enjoy talking to these people, and uh
Do
it's more,
you
yeah, it's like a dream.
do you think you're going to kind of looking ahead at the future of Wade Sabers in the next 5 or maybe 10 years? Do you think you could be in the position where Wade Sabers was your full-time job, or is that not what you're looking at?
That is a possibility.
Nice.
Um it won't be too much more than it is right now. I mean, there's some things I'm wanting to do. Some things I've got in the works right now were just like parts that I've designed that I'm trying to get made, and maybe a small parts store and things like that. But um still, the building of scratch builds and maybe doing some more runs and things. But uh, I'd say, well, my son is 16, and he said, "I'm back." Look at him, right there he is. And depending on what he does after high school, will depend on what I do most likely. Um,
Is he out in the garage with you? Is he interested in this at all?
Uh, well, he loves all the work that I do, but he is a gamer, so
Right,
that's what he's interested in, and he's a hell of a gamer.
right. We must all find our own path. I
That's
think
right.
it's funny, I grew up in that, I grew up in that generation where my mom told me, you need to stop playing video games and you need to stop, all that TV time. You'll never get anywhere in life. And then you look at all the people making tons of money on YouTube now and they're playing video games and watching movies.
Man, I swear I had the key in my hand because when my kids were little, they were right here, and I'm
Right.
I'm playing, Resident Evil on PlayStation 2, or
Right.
I'm playing Metal Gear or something, and they're just glued to it, until they got to the age to where they could play. Then they took it
Right.
away from me, and I've not been able to play since.
Oh
They just took
man.
it.
But see, you might have planted a seed there. If William comes as the next Jacksepticeye, then he'll have to buy you your next game system.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
It's the trade-off for not getting to play games all those years.
That would be I would actually enjoy playing a little bit more games. I don't know what Metal Gear's come out since I stopped, but I bet there's a few of them. That was always my go-to game.
Right.
Metal Gear.
Right. What do you do? I mean, do you have? I mean, obviously you're not gaming right now. It sounds like a pretty full schedule, but do you like to do anything else like fishing or play music? I notice a lot of the Saber makers. There's a lot of them that are musicians for some reason. I don't know why.
That's weird because I do play the guitar.
Yeah. See, there we go.
I do not pick it up as much as I used to because it's one of those things that I have acoustic sitting on the couch or leaning up against the couch.
Mhm.
If you pick it up, then you're opening a whole can of worms, because you could start playing, and then I may have to go get the fender out of the,
Ooh.
bring out the bad boy, and then it just, gets all out of control. So, I right now I've got too much work to do that. So.
I swear one of these big conventions, I'm just gonna get all the Saber builders together and have them form a jam band really quick.
There you go.
The
Yeah.
Saber Builder Jam Band.
My son actually picked up the guitar and started playing, and I'm just amazed at how quickly he's picking it up,
Right.
And I'm going, which I started when I was 18. He's 16, so it does. I don't know what it is when you start younger, but
Right.
he's in there playing. I'm like, is he playing that? Oh my God!
Right. It must be hereditary. He's getting your gaming. He's getting your music love.
If I could get him out in the shop to run the lathe, now I
You'd have the trifecta. Everything would
There
be
you
done
go.
at that point.
Yeah. Just let him take it over, and I'll retire.
Right. Well, we got about 5 minutes left in this interview. What do you see? Do you have plans now that we're kind of coming out of Corona? Things are opening back up again. I guess I don't know. It probably doesn't affect you that much in Missouri, kind of being far away from everything else. But what do you have planned for the next year or two for Wade Sabers? Are you going to be producing more brand new hilts with other companies, or working on installs for a little while?
A little bit of both, probably. I have an idea for another hilt that I had made a scratch build of that I would like to do a run of, and like I said, I've got some parts and stuff that are in store coming up pretty soon. That'll be kind of I can't say too much about it, but I think it's going to be pretty awesome. And of course, yeah, the installs is something like, if I'm working on a hilt and I just get burnt out on it, I'm just like, oh, I'm going to grab this install. That way I can sit down at the station and I can, I call it ass time. And I just want to sit and solder,
Right. Is your workstation, is it connected to your house there, or?
No, it is. Just it's like a off of my house and everything. I did want to show real quick
Yeah.
because I can just unplug this and just kind of show around because the original one that you sent was so,
We didn't get the cleaned up. Oh, you did clean up.
or the one there we go. There we go. I can kind of go around. There's my lathe here.
Oh,
Why is things moving
wow.
backwards? Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. And is it just you, or do you have anybody that helps you?
No, it's just me.
Oh, man. You have a lot of equipment.
Got my they're the mill. My paint booth over here.
Mm-hmm.
And believe it or not, everything comes out of this little Black and Decker right there.
Mm-hmm.
It don't take much.
You got a question here. It says, can you recommend any way to acid weathering to smell better, to make acid weathering smell better?
Acid weathering smell better. Well, since I don't do acid weathering, I have no idea.
You can say anything you want at this point then.
Yeah, you could I don't really know. You could Jeremy Puckett's, he does etching. You got Carl Danby, you've got Joshua, you've got Nick, you've got Dale. You got so many etchers out there that could definitely answer that question. I could guess, spray it. Yeah. A new car spray. That's what you use.
Get the apple flavored air scent on it.
Oh, wait, I did need to say, I wanted to say that, let's see, I've got some new sound fonts coming out.
Ooh.
So what I do is I have, whenever I do an install or whenever I build a scratch build, I have a set of sound fonts, and they're all made by Syndicate Custom Relics. I don't know if you know Preston over there at Syndicate Custom Relics, but he makes some awesome sound fonts. And he's actually made a whole new, not a new package, but let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 8 different fonts here.
Oh, wow.
That I'm going to be adding, which are all Canon fonts.
Oh,
which
wow.
I don't have as many Canon fonts. So he's added these here. We got a Qui-Gon, an Obi-Wan, Mace, Dooku, Luke, Vader, Rey, and a Kylo. And those are coming out really soon. And he made them for me, okay, to put on my hilts. But it's weird because he said, those are yours, keep them. And I'm like, if it's just me, there's just a small portion of people that's going to get the stuff from me,
Right.
So I said, man, put them up on your store, let other people enjoy them. So
right.
That's what he's going to do. So those are coming out probably in the next week or 2.
Ooh, so excited for that.
I'll be glad to be able to add them to my list, which I have about 8 or 9 right now that he made. There's one it's not called the Predator, but it's still like my favorite. I can't even tell you what it's called. If Preston's in the comment, he can tell you, but it's got a weird name to it. But I call it the Predator font.
Right.
It is awesome.
Like Predator from the movie Predator?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's just it's bad. Yeah.
Right. So we're gonna get ready and wrap up. Is there anything, any last words of wisdom or anything you want to let people know before we get going, or if there's any place that maybe people could be directed to find your work if they wanted to find out about commission, or if they want to see some other work that you've done, maybe?
Yeah, the Facebook, Wade Sabers Facebook. That's where everything's at. I don't have a web page or anything. I have an Etsy store, but it's empty. I've actually put stuff on there, but I just can't make anything fast enough. That's a terrible thing.
Right.
That's an awesome problem to have, ain't it?
Right. That's a good position to be in.
Yeah.
And Syndicate Saber says that they'll have those sound fonts up for their May 4th sale. And they said, thank you for mentioning it.
Then there it is. Hishq's 10 Blooded. Hishq 10 Blooded. That's the name of that Predator. I'm never going to remember that.
Well, it has been an absolute pleasure to talk to you, Russell. I'm excited that people have recommended you for us to try to contact you. I'm excited to have my Saber installed whenever you get a chance to do that. And I want to check out some more of the. I'm going to go see about that Sentinel line. I want one of those.
Yeah.
And
Well,
all of you people in the comment, we're going to have to fight for who gets the last of the Master Sentinels. All right, Russell, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight, and we will talk to you later.
all right, man. Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Take it easy. Metso.
Can you hear me?
I can, and I can see you too.
Yeah, I forgot that I could turn up the brightness on my camera like manually. It's been a long couple of days, and I did get I got my new mic in.
Right. Oh, and you got it figured out too?
Yeah, I was missing a piece. It was still in the box.
I'm sure you were like ADD cracking out back there trying to figure out your new mic.
Like literally, I got here 30 minutes before showtime, hadn't done anything to the hair and makeup, still had my glasses on, hadn't changed my shirt, and I got a new mic. It just came today, and I was like trying to figure it out. And there was one little piece that was an adapter that for some reason I just didn't see it in the box, and it was still there.
New toy, must play with new toy.
If I could only get my camera, it's squished me, so I can't figure out how to unsquish me.
Well, you're looking good. I'm happy to be able to see you in the darkness there.
Yes, now I've gotten it turned up. I was like, oh, I could have just done it through my actual camera.
Right.
Like I have it on manual, so I could turn on, like I could change the settings myself, and I completely forgot to.
Well, what did you think of Russell?
I loved that interview, and I loved I loved his workshop too. I was just
Did you see the Master Sentinel hilt that he had?
Yes, and I actually saw. I found an article about it, so I posted it in the comments for people to check out too.
You did. I saw it was a Saber sourcing article.
Yeah,
and Saber sourcing is actually a fantastic place to get information about sabers.
Yeah, I just kind of looked up. I was trying to find the link in general to his shop and stuff so that people can take a look. And then I found the article and I was like, oh, I'm going to post that. And it was, yeah, it was really cool to watch him on there and find out some really cool stuff since that I'm, somewhat new to, not necessarily on sabers in general, but the making of them.
Right. Well, that is the fun thing about the show is we get to see a lot of the behind the scenes things that most people don't know about. Do not forget, for the people that we have online, we are giving this beauty away tonight. This will be going home with someone. Were you working on that backstage?
Yeah, I actually put it in private chat, but I'll just go ahead and tell you now that StreamYard, which is actually the program we use to stream a video conference with, has their own giveaway option where it actually will count all the individual counts, even if they're crossover comments. It'll count them all. So like, we had 21 people watching to put 20 entries because people went to the other accounts and commented. It counts them all.
Oh, wow. So if somebody, how would they know if somebody did it from their Twitch and their YouTube?
Because it counts the separate accounts from the different platforms. Yeah, so right now, like we have 43 entries.
Holy my goodness.
Yeah. From accounting. You can actually assign it so it's a specific chat comment they pick up.
Right.
Or if you leave it blank, it just counts all the comments. And so, like, for example, Gloria Hollinsworth just commented a few moments ago, and it counts her comment. But then if she goes to YouTube, or she's on YouTube, but if she goes to Facebook and counts from there, it'll count it as another comment.
Oh my goodness.
So it'll put the account name. For example, like say Steve Jordan here has a different name on the account for YouTube, it'll count both. And so we'll know who they are and stuff like that. But yeah, I thought that, our first time using this, that I'm aware of.
I didn't know that even existed.
I'm assuming. Are we doing the giveaway right now?
We're gonna do it in a minute. We still got another set. We're gonna do this right before we do TikToks. We're gonna make them wait till the end.
We got our wonderful Kevin.
We do. I'm excited. Every week we have another fantastic producer. Not only do we have the amazing James Kaiser, but we have the furry Kevin Hogan. And he goes out to different cons every week. I mean, literally every week. If you've been to a con in Northern California, I'm sure you have run into Kevin, whether you knew it or not. He goes to different cons every weekend. He does a report for us, and he lets us know about what is to come. So with no further ado, are we ready with that film?
I am ready. All right, guys, enjoy.
Hey there, everyone. This is Kevin Hogan from Northern California with a special daily double episode of California Comic-Con Adventures. On April the 10th, we went to 2 Comic-Cons the same day. First, we went to Contra Comic Con's 3rd annual event there at beautiful Hilton Concord near the airport there in Concord. I myself there went as Mau Mau Heroes of Pure Heart from Cartoon Network's show there. There were lots of colorful characters walking around there from animes, Star Trek, and especially Star Wars there, like the Andor-based Rebel Legion there. There are also some Star Wars celebrities there, like C. Andrew Nelson was a special guest there. He was Darth Vader in the special edition Star Wars movies. Also, Alan Fernandez, you may remember, he was one of the first Tusken Raiders there in the original Star Wars Episode 4 movie, riding the Bantha, which was a real elephant from the local Six Flags Marine World Zoo up here in Northern California. If you're ever around in the Concord area during their annual Contra Comic Con, definitely recommend checking out there, meeting some local friends there. Later that day, we went over to San Francisco's Peace Plaza in Japantown, which is partly indoor-outdoor mall there. They have an annual Cherry Blossom Festival, and they had a special cosplay event there. We saw lots of cosplayers, especially lots of anime walking around there. I myself was still as Mau Mau part of the time, and also as Marty McFly from Back to the Future walking around there. They had a special museum club pull out all their katana swords there on display there from the medieval periods there. Lots of armor, even some muskets there on display. We saw lots of anime films in the video stores there on display there. Lots of exotic foods there and other art and crafts there, the artist gallery there. We saw lots of local friends there. It was very cool. If you're ever in the area, it's definitely a great time there. Lots of streets blocked off to walk around there. Also, upcoming events there. There's going to be a Ohana Comic Con in the San Leandro, Oakland area there. Ohana Comic Con, as you know, are very affordable. Great place to come out and meet some local friends there. Also, on May the 4th, is going to be a lightsaber event up in Sacramento. So bring on your lightsaber there and coming out and battle your best friends out there. Well, I hope you guys enjoy the pics, and we'll see you out there at your next Comic Con there. Have a great day.
Woohoo!
Nice.
We are so lucky to have that report. And we were going to be, Kyber Cave will be at that May 4th event in Sacramento. So it's going to be a huge, basically it's a bunch of nerds getting together in the park, beating each other up with lightsabers. Who could ask for more than that?
Nobody. I will pay to see a lightsaber battle.
Well,
I'll be honest, I have never seen a lightsaber battle in person.
Oh, well, hopefully you will be with us.
I plan to be.
Woohoo! First Saber battle. We're gonna make sure all your insurance is paid up.
Technically, my business has insurance. I'll just use that.
All right. So that was a Kevin California Comic-Con Adventures with Kevin. Please do not forget, if you have not subscribed on YouTube or Twitch, please do so at Kyber Cave Productions. We have roughly 34 more people to subscribe, and we will be giving away a next Saber. And this one, we gave away a Saber last week. So that means we picked up 50 new subscribers this week.
That's awesome.
Like 64 subscribers this week. So 36 more people, and we will give away. It'll be a whole different Saber. I'm not even sure what it is.
If you aren't subscribed, check in the description. All the links to every single one of our pages at Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube are there.
Thank you so much. You're keeping us all organized and stuff. It's like a weight off my shoulders.
If I could only figure out how to make my camera not go like this. I can't figure it out, but
I mean, you look good. The screen looks wide enough, but
well, in the stream for me, it's like I have on the side of my video, I have black bars.
Right. Hey, I want to give a special shout out to Mr. John Michaels, aka Mr.
Hello,
VIP #1 of Squid Game.
Yes.
I am very excited. I don't want to give too much away, but we have some exciting news hopefully coming up that involves Mr. John Michaels and involves Kyber Cave in some way. Well, once I get the details, I'll let it out. I'm just dying to tell everybody, and I can't. I am so bad at like Christmas time not telling people what their stuff is.
Yeah, I was like, I do all the shopping for my side of the family pretty much, and every time I'm like ordering something, I'm like, I can't tell anybody. Squid. The porg says Squid Sabers.
No, totally. I seriously want. We have Force Effects. He's comes and does our Friday show every once in a while. He's a sound font maker, so he makes the sound fonts for lightsabers. I totally would die to get John here to do a sound font, like a Squid Game sound font. That would be so. I would that. Oh, I'll be done.
My brain just thought of like it would be fun Squid Game wise to have, and I know this is probably not possible. It's like a lightsaber, but the bottom, the pummel, I think you said it's called, is one the VIP masks that they wear.
Oh, that actually totally would be doable. We actually were talking about because we have CNC machines in the back, so we were talking about builds, but we were talking about making almost like a squid. Like emitters so that the eyes would be the windows glowing through, and then you'd have like tentacles that would go up the blade just slightly, almost like the little claws. And then having John Michael on there, of course, would be fantastical.
Yes.
All right. So, do you think we're ready to give away this beautiful saber? Oh, and John Michaels is entered too.
Ooh, yeah, he technically has. We have 47 entries now. Mr. Steve Jordan said he is staying out tonight, so if for some reason it draws him, we can just redraw.
All right.
Now, do I need to share my screen so people are seeing it?
Yes, kindly.
Okay.
We don't want to be
Let me
accused
see
of
if
anything.
I can figure out how to do that.
Really quickly, I wanted to let people know a couple of rules. If you win a saber, you are not eligible to win another saber again for 3 months. We don't want to be accused of just giving them away to the same people or something. Doesn't mean you can't enter. If you were to enter and win a second time, you would get a prize like a t-shirt or a pocket knife or maybe some saber chopsticks. But sabers themselves, you can only win them once every 3 months.
Gotcha,
and that's pretty much the rules.
All right. So here is what I have ready. It says entries 47. That's how many comments, different accounts across the platforms. It says it counts the comments across the platforms. Uh-huh. And since even though like for someone's, like I have 3 accounts, it's going to count them as separate. So it'll mention the account name. Right. So let's see how this goes. Is this a good layout for it? Is this good?
I can't really. It seems like white and fuzzy. I don't know what I'm looking at really. Oh, hey, one more thing I want to mention before we hit this button. If you are in this area, you are responsible for your own saber. So if you live in this area, you can either pick it up at Kyber Cave. Otherwise, it is a $30 shipping fee to anywhere in the world that you are. So, we actually just shipped to Australia last week. So,
wow. That's awesome.
$30 if you don't live in the area, or you can just come pick it up. All right, go ahead and rock and roll.
Is that a little easier to see?
Kind of. I mean, I don't really. I all I see is a blue dot.
Okay. Right here it says entries 47, and then the blue is draw, and that's the back button. We don't want the back button. Okay. All right, you guys ready?
Are we ready to go? Is everybody ready to go? Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Everybody's little name pop up across the Kyber K production was in there. Belle Burns. The Disney princess herself. And actually, we had a black one and a gold one. I grabbed the black one because that's the most common one. But if you prefer the gold one, be our guest.
BK, I know that show. I remember that show. Good old Extreme Makeover Home Edition.
Woohoo! All right, Belle Burns. I know she will contact us.
Yeah, I'm sure. That's awesome.
She lives, I think, somewhere near the Sacramento area, so she's relatively local.
Okay, cool. That's awesome.
So that's pretty much. We've only got our TikToks left. You survived your first show. What do you think?
I survived. Oh my goodness. I'm not nearly as nerve wrought. I was more than like my brain just felt like it was stretched because of. We basically, Van and I had it felt like a 3-hour meeting before I came here, walking through everything and editing everything, and then rushing home to get ready. And he of course he left before I did because he lives further away. But
Saber Paul says you did fantastic.
Thank you so much, Saber Paul.
I think you did a wonderful job.
The video ready to click on.
Right.
So I didn't see the comment yet. But thank you so much, Saber Paul. Thank you. I appreciate it very, very much.
And for everybody else that is watching, stay tuned. Keep watching Kyber Cave Productions. I'm very excited about some of the things that Mezzo is going to be able to bring, not only to Saber Rattle show. She will also be directing on our Kyber Cave After Dark. And we may have other opportunities for brand new shows that'll pop up. You never know what's going to happen.
Have a good night, Matt. And then Naomi, I miss you.
Is that someone you know?
That's Mick's wife. That you met today.
That came into the store today?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Oh, wow.
Johnny is asking, are you still working on doing the cosplay group for Travis?
Are you still for yes, we can do. Are you talking about Johnny is a local here. He works out at the Air Force Base. If there are events going on, we can always get cosplayers together. What I really would like to do is get a local Saber team and choreography team going together. People that want to meet up like once a week to learn some choreography, all those cool moves, be like Annie and Obi, or an actual fight team. When we had our store in Fairfield, we actually had a traveling fight team. We went to Arizona and we drove down to LA to go fight with other people. That's how aggressive we are. We'll travel anywhere to fight people.
We have a few katanas.
Now we're not using real swords.
My favorite of them is I have a Kill Bill replica of a Hattori Hanzo sword.
Ooh.
That's actually not in here. I should put it in my nerdy room. I should put it here somewhere.
Gloria says, great for your first show.
Looking forward to seeing Saber Rattle 100. Yes, that is. It's just like 6 weeks away.
Yeah, that is very close. It's so weird because, like, I didn't, when we first started this show, we had no real intention of turning this into a show. And yes, I guarantee you, John, if you are out here in California, I have a whole Squid Game cosplay group of people that live in the Bay Area. And I know I have people that will be a personal escort for one of the VIPs should you come to the area. Ezra, what is going on? How are you? Oh, I'm sorry. That was my bad. What is going on, Ezra? We survived. I survived. So, yes. So don't forget to check out kybercave.com. If you like that saber, but you did not win tonight, we do sell it. Make sure to check that out there, along with lots of other merchandise.
Yes, the link to the store is in the description below.
Oh, see, man, you're all fancy.
It's a razzle dazzle.
Alrighty, so I know who we have. Our guest is for 2 weeks from now, but I don't have our guest lined up for next week, so I can't, give you like a preview or anything. Huh?
Can't tease with it.
Yeah, you just have to tune in and see who is it. Remember, we're only like 34 more subscribers away from the next Saber giveaway. So if we can do that by next Sunday, I am happy to give another Saber away to you guys.
That's so exciting.
Who knows who it will be? And it's so cool too, especially when we have a lot of loyal viewers, people that we see the same people week after week. So it's really cool to get to see them win. Especially some of these people I know don't own a cool lightsaber. This is their very first one. So we are very happy to give it to you. The site doesn't show the store address. You keep moving. I know. It's like we're running from the law. We're at 640 Eubanks Court, number 200 in Vacaville. I know I just updated our Google, but I will make sure our Facebooks are. And
you also have a phone number now, too.
Oh, yeah. I just found out Steven hooked it. See, I'm surrounded by good people. We just got a brand new shop manager. Steven, you haven't seen him yet. We have a brand new producer. I'm just surrounded by newness. Yeah, we have a phone number now. Who knew that? So I will get that out. Don't forget, we do a show every Friday at 9 p.m. Pacific. Kyber Cave After Dark. And we have a new slogan now. Our slogan is nerdy, flirty, and just a little bit dirty.
We're gonna have a little banner across the bottom that goes there.
Right. We try to keep it clean on this show. This is the family show. Fridays when we get all of the bad stuff out.
Yeah, I had to remind you of that at the beginning, Mister. Because
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I want to thank our fantastic director, Miss Mezzo, for her first night. Yay! Thank you to our flow of the show, Miss Light Queen B. She was a brand new one for us. And of course, our incredible guest tonight, Mr. Russell Mitchum, aka Wade Sabers. Yeah. It has been a fantastic show. And I think we're about ready for our TikToks. What do you say?
Awesome.
You got anything else?
Nope, that is it for me. If my mouse would just work, it'd be great. Okay, there we go. Okay, thank you, everyone. See you next time.
See you Friday, guys.
My basement theater made the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs.
Computer, fire up the Falcon. Computer, close the door. Computer, open the door. Computer, open the blast doors.